Hi. We're eating pasta, and yeah,
good.
it was really good. We put a lot of stuff in there, and he started blowing on it, and it's not even hot.
It is hot.
No, it's not. Like, watch him do this.
They know what blowing on food means. Like when you blow on soup or food, you cool it down. You eat it.
And I said, does it actually cool down the food? I don't think it does.
I think it does.
Why?
Well, tell me why you don't think it does first.
I don't think it does. I think it just moves the steam away from the food.
Okay.
That's all it does. I think it just displaces the steam that's coming up from the food.
Okay. And I counter that argument. And actually, I've never ever thought about this before in my life. You're probably the first person who has ever brought the idea of questioning why do we blow on soup or blow on food, or why do I blow on food?
Mm-hmm.
I just learned it when I was a kid. Just blow on the soup. Cool.
But how did you learn it?
My parents.
By action, seeing somebody else do it.
Yeah,
and
totally.
so you did it.
Yeah,
no one said, blow on your food. It's going to make it cooler.
No, I was told that too.
Oh,
yeah.
you
My
were?
mother used to say it. My dad used to say it. Probably still does. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so?
But I never really thought about why it would work, or if it would really work, if it really does it. And until you just kind of mentioned it. And I think it does, because this is probably getting really technical, but basically, when you have an blowing air across something, or some really fast wind or something is going across a surface or whatever, it causes a low pressure center. So that's how actually that's how a wing works. So a wing.
What? Wing?
A wing.
Wing.
Yeah, wing on a plane.
Oh,
or even a keel on a sailboat, or a sail on a sailboat. So you have, like, on the bottom, if you picture a wing, I can't really draw it, but you have the flat, right? It's usually flat, and the top is sort of, that kind of shape.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is when the air doesn't like to be in a vacuum. So when air hits the leading edge of the wing, it gets split. Some goes along the bottom and some goes along the top. And since it's a longer distance to get from the leading edge over the top to the tailing edge than there is for the wind to get from the leading edge over the bottom to the tailing edge, the wind over the top has to travel faster because they need to meet at the same time. So
Why?
Because there's no vacuum at the end.
But how does the air know that it has to meet at the same time?
It's just a rule.
Does the air talk to the other one? Okay, now make sure that let's time each other. I think I have to go faster. Like, how does that actually work? Like, does that even make sense to anyone? Like, how does it work?
It has to do with molecular attraction. Like, molecules want to be close to each other.
Oh, like you and me.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that in space because it's really just vacuum. So anyway, if you think of the same philosophy as a wing, with your food, I'm blowing across the food. If I blow really, really fast, I can cause a low pressure center. I don't know if it really makes sense if I'm blowing a little bit. So what it does is there's something called an ideal gas equation.
Look at how excited he is right now.
I'm really stretching here. I don't know if this is really the case, but the ideal gas equation is PV is equal to nRT. And I just remember that. So pressure times volume is equal to N, which is a constant, times R, which is the ideal gas constant, times temperature. So basically get rid of those constants. It's pressure times volume is equal to temperature. Or pressure is proportional to temperature. So if the pressure goes up, which I'm causing the pressure, the pressure going down, because I'm causing the pressure to go down, because I'm causing this low pressure center across my food, then the temperature is going to go down. So that's my argument why the temperature should go down. And I think it's the same. I might be stretching further, but this is more extrapolating out to like the weather, why we have a wind chill factor. You know how we have a wind chill factor? The wind gets, the wind is stronger, it blows harder. Well, then the temperature drops, or the perceived temperature drops. I'm not sure if that's the same exact thing, but it could be.
Wait, when there's wind, the temperature drops.
Yeah, the faster the wind. You don't experience that in LA because, like, I don't think you guys have a wind chill factor when it's 80 degrees out.
We have the Santa Ana winds come through in October.
Oh, yeah, so you experience a wind chill. Yeah.
It's not really a wind chill.
Yeah. We get hot winds, right? The opposite.
Yes.
Okay, so it's different. This is more wind, and it evaporates the heat from surfaces quicker than if there's no wind, and that's the same thing that happens here too. It's evaporating it's removing the heat from the surface quicker than if there was no wind, if it was just stagnant air.
Okay, so by blowing on the food. Okay, so simple food for dummies. When you blow on your food, it will cool it down because the air pressure will remove the heat off of the food and make it cooler.
Yeah, the low air pressure. Yeah.
What if you have really hot air in your mouth, like you're a hothead?
Oh yeah, we actually do have hot air, don't we? Didn't think about that.
So the temperature of your inside, like
yeah, that would make a difference.
breath or
Yeah, that would make a
air that's coming.
But presumably, if you're blowing on hot soup, you don't have to put it in your mouth because it's going to scald you. So it's hot, like hotter than the air that you're going to be blowing across it. So I don't know. So I think I'm still right. I don't know.
Tell us what you think.
I don't know how we can test it.
We have two soups, same temperature. Blow on one, not blow on the other.
You have to have a really accurate thermometer, but you could do that.
But you could do that, but not really, because by the time you got to the second one would be cooler,
Well,
just a slight bit.
You'd have to calibrate. Instead of having someone blow on it, what you need to do is you'd have to have like a little fan or something set at the same exact speed, same exact humidity, maybe introducing humidity to introduce like water vapor, like breath would be, I don't know, maybe get too technical, but and then you can blow that across the soup, and you could measure the temperature of the soup and see how it changes with time. That'd be kind of fun.
He's so excited right now. Like he was about to fall asleep before we ate. And look, all I have to do is ask him a question that he can relate to chemistry or scientific something or other. Some equation that he learned 30 years ago in school.
30 years ago, I know. It was embedded in my brain. It's called brainwashing.
Brainwashing. We were talking about that earlier. School is brainwashing.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Bon appetit with the soup. It's not soup. But